Hello, everybody. It's almost 7 o'clock, so we know that it's time for Tea with Teedy. And I'm just kind of waiting on my guest to show up. Whew. So, it's Friday, and I know you guys have some special things planned. Everybody usually does. So let me just say this one more time. It is time for Tea with Teedy, and you're listening to me on Slide Radio Uncut. And I am waiting on my co-host to show up. And as soon as he's here, we'll get started. So again, I hope everybody's ready for the weekend and going to have a great one. Oh, let me see. The weather looks really good on my end this weekend. So I'm going to enjoy some sun this weekend. What's everybody got planned? Hope there's some fun stuff everybody has planned. Share the live if you haven't already. Why is it not? Ah, there you are. Share the live, everybody. Oh, there you are. Okay,
Hey,
great.
what's up, guys?
Nothing. How are you?
I'm fine. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I just ate a little bit ago,
Uh-huh.
so I'm still in that painful zone.
Oh,
Yeah. So my stomach always feels a little scratchy.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be praying for you.
Thank you.
God, no problem.
It's probably gonna be like this for quite some time. So it's
Oh,
something I
okay.
got to get used to.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
starting
feel
to get used
better.
to it already. Yeah.
Okay.
Starting to get used to it already.
Okay.
So, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I've had a great day, and I
Good.
feel invigorated and excited, and couldn't wait to get on the show here, the podcast,
You,
and
we have so
just
much
kind of
fun
cut it
doing
up.
this. We have so much fun doing this. It's just
Yeah,
not a job at
we
all.
do.
Yeah, we do.
I've been having a lot of positive feedback from you guys out there,
Mm-hmm.
and just appreciate you supporting my cousin's show, and we just try to bring you good content.
So, real quick, um, they had a big earthquake in New York today. It was like a 4 point something.
Yeah, 4.8.
Yeah, and that's really unusual for over there, right?
Well, yeah, especially since there's the San Andreas faults on the West Coast,
Yeah,
but they have various faults throughout the
United
United
States.
States.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, the major one is the San Andreas there on the West Coast.
yeah. So that was kind of weird. I was like, oh, okay. I had heard this one news anchor. He had said that he was used to it because he's from the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but some of his coworkers were not used to it
Right.
because they've never, they lived on the East Coast their whole life. But I remember a few years ago, I think it was before my mom passed,
Mm-hmm.
we had one, and it was on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this because I'm in my room, and at that time, my bed was massive. The frame of my bed was massive.
Yes.
Actually, it had like 4 cabinets, 2 on each side. And I remember sitting on my bed, and I remember feeling something move, and then my cabinet door came open.
Okay.
And I thought at first I was losing it. I was like, am I crazy? And
No.
I remember asking everyone in the house, did y'all feel anything?
Yeah.
And they were like, no. So, but then when I went on Facebook, I had seen where we had one.
Right.
It was small, but it was one. And then I guess some a cavern or a cave kind of went in a few days ago in the city, and then they thought it was an earthquake in the city, but it wasn't. They said,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, I remember feeling one, and then when I was a kid, I used to have these crazy dreams, and it was like a reoccurring dream that I was going to be in an earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know
That's
that the military does also explode nuclear weapons under the ocean, and they also do it deep down in the earth, like several hundred feet down. They test weapons, and when they do that, it does give off an aftershock, and that will simulate an earthquake. And of course, they don't do it conspicuously because it would, of course, generate mass chaos, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
But you'll feel tremors like that.
I tried to get you in, Auntie Gina, but it's not working. It's not letting me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
If you pressing
yeah,
the
it was.
button or
Yeah, I
whatever,
pressed
because
it, and I don't know. Sometimes you can press it too often. You have to wait and let it set. And then, so I just invited her up.
okay.
But yeah, I did press it.
Well, tell her not to.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just press it once.
She's used to doing it though. She knows. Yeah.
But while you're doing that, so there's no dead
Yeah.
air.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They basically do explode weapons when basically they think that the majority of people are asleep in like different time zones, And the East Coast, of course, they're an hour ahead of us here in the Midwest. So,
There you
they
are.
do things in different parts of the world. And then in turn, like they did that down in New Orleans that time, way underneath, but it basically cracked some dams in the Ninth Ward, and then as a result of which, they were talking about the Army Corps of Engineers, and FEMA. That's why, I mean, of course, a lot of those people were left down there a long time, because they were like on their roofs and all this. I mean, you saw the footage.
Yeah.
But George Bush, I think he was the president at that time. And, like I said, it was real chaos down there. I mean, a lot of bodies and everything. But long story short, fast forward, they're testing those weapons. It was unguarded. And unfortunately, that's what happened. But, like I said, they're trying to do it at different times. But who knows what's going on out there? I mean, like I said, it's not our show.
Yeah. So, hey, how are you?
Well, how are you? Anissa told me that you've been trying to contact me.
You called me earlier today.
Yes, but you didn't call me back. So
I'm so sorry.
I don't talk to people without showing their face.
Okay,
I don't do
hold
that.
on.
But I just came. I came because you've been requesting me. So.
Well, yeah, we decided. I think on the 20-something of this month.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but no, I wanted you to know that I can't have a conversation with you unless I see your eyes. So if you, I'm just saying another time when you want to do it.
Yeah, well, we decided on the 20-something. Remember?
Yes. I just want to make sure.
That's me.
Because no, I know who it is. It's going to be on my live, but I wanted to make sure that that's all. Who's this gentleman?
That's my cousin.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah. I know your rules because I watch your lives, darling.
Well, it's not foods. It's just things that I just can't live without. It's just, you know, it's difficult to talk to somebody and not see them. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just for me. That's just for me. And some people get mad. Some people, but that's all. It's nothing.
Oh, well, just forgive me for not showing myself. It's just right now.
No, that's okay.
That's
okay. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, he's
no problem, sir.
He's in a different environment right now, so he can't.
So how are you doing?
I was just telling him earlier. I said my stomach is cramping, but I just ate a little bit ago. Just ate my supper a little bit ago, so it's starting to. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing.
I feel so bad for you about that. Are you talking about that or something you?
Yeah, no. I've talked about it before. No, it doesn't bother me to talk about it.
Okay, so it's the sleeve or the lap band?
I had the sleeve, the gastric sleeve done,
and the gastric sleeve.
Yeah.
So how many pounds were you when you had the sleeve?
Well, I just got it in February, of course. I was 4'11", I think.
How tall are you?
5'3". Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, and what was it? 2 years ago, I weighed 600. I was in bed for 2 years, and I lost 200. Yes, I lost 200 pounds on my own. I had gotten depressed. Let me just start from the beginning. First of all, let me just say this: I've always been big. Having to admit that I've always been depressed was difficult for me.
Well, that's why you were big, because you were depressed.
Yes. And so when my mom passed away in 2016, our cousin passed away. Her son took his own life. Our other cousin's husband passed away. My biological mom passed away. And then in December, the mom that adopted me and the only mom that I've ever known passed away as well in December, all in 2016.
So as a teenager, how big were you as a teenager?
I was always big.
So you were always overweight?
Oh, I think I was. Reginald, wouldn't you say that I was?
Well, we both were, but we had to deal with a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Very depressing environment.
Wait. Listen, somebody's delivering something to me, and I have to give them the address.
Okay.
Do you mind if I speak on this,
Go ahead.
cousin?
Go ahead.
We came up in a very segregated, well, not segregated, but very racist environment. We had to deal with a lot of pain. We had to deal with a lot of turmoil. We were inundated through our school system even. And when you deal with that kind of pain and that kind of trauma, sometimes you medicate internally with whatever. Some people, it's alcohol. Some people, it's drugs. For us, it was food, because we were taught growing up certain habits that, based on ignorance, we may know better now. But then, as children, we follow those who were ignorant too. They didn't know. So we were needing to basically self-medicate to deal with the pain of having to go into a school system that didn't like you, hearing names, people calling you names, people talking about the color of your skin, all kinds of different stuff. So we come home and we self-medicate to get over.
And then I will say this too, is that we also celebrate, our family also celebrated with food. Everything we did, I mean, from funerals to weddings to family gatherings, we had our holidays, but then we had birthdays and everything that some of our relatives did. It's really we were surrounded with food. And we, they never fixed a small meal. They always fixed big. Everyone always bought a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, so our life was, it just like, food was like just the center sometimes of our being. It was just our family's way to, you have to eat, then you got to eat. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can even remember as a kid walking from Aunt Edna's house to Aunt June's house. So to eat, like Christmas over here and then walk over there and have Christmas dinner over there too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't I know it? And like I said again, I don't blame anybody because they were ignorant. And so, sometimes the things that we had on our minds or on our heart, like you said, it was hard to communicate those things. So we sat down and we had meals, and that was our way of communicating,
Yes.
and cutting up and laughing and celebrating and
Mm-hmm.
fellowshipping. But, we weren't necessarily eating veggies and fruit and water-based foods. We were
Oh,
eating meat. We were
no.
eating carbs,
Yeah, we either carbs or what some would call quote unquote slave food or soul food.
Yes,
We ate, yeah,
yes.
a lot of that
Which
stuff.
isn't so
You know.
soul food, which isn't so soulful
Thank
in terms of
you.
processing all this refined sugar and refined carbs and all the things that they bleach and enrich and add
Yeah.
dyes to. I mean, it does horrible things to our body.
Yes.
And then as a result of which later you have type 2 diabetes, or
Yeah.
you have high blood pressure, or you have gallstones, and all the things that come with that. You don't know why, because
I
we've
was
all
very
been made
lucky.
ignorant.
I was very lucky and very
Yeah,
blessed that I never
you're an
had any of that.
anomaly.
Never had high blood pressure,
Yeah.
never had diabetes or anything like that. I just always got bigger, bigger, and bigger. But then
Uh-huh.
the doctor did tell me, she said, well, the reason why is because most of your weight is below
In your
the
lower
waist.
part.
Yeah,
Right.
in my lower parts.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was, I guess I could say, a blessing in itself, but
Oh,
still
yeah.
didn't help with the weight none.
Well, see, God was protecting you,
Yeah.
even though you didn't know, because your internal organs, and see, that's what the thing is. A lot of us don't know. Like me, your internal organs, when your stomach takes on that cortisol, it's
Mm-hmm.
all it's doing is protecting your internal organs that are being damaged. So therefore, you begin to grow fatter because it's like, okay, all this stuff you're eating and drinking, that liquor, all those things, I got to protect, my body, so then it begins to grow fat so that it can protect and insulate you from all that damage that you're doing daily, eating
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff that you don't even know. I mean, that's just a part of the system we're in. We're, an oppressed system.
Yeah.
So we didn't know.
Yeah. It's, it's very difficult when you don't, when you don't know. And then as
Yes.
you get older and you
Mm-hmm.
learn, and I know for a fact that I still did what I wanted to when it came to food.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
We all do,
I did.
cuz it's
I
a
did whatever when it comes to
process.
food. I did whatever I wanted
Yeah.
to. I ate what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted. I could remember taking the kids out because I had to do some errands and
Mm-hmm.
take some cash off of a card at
Yeah.
midnight, and then going to McDonald's and
Yeah.
getting a snack
Yeah.
after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shouldn't be eating after midnight,
No.
but we did this. So yeah.
But we
So
shouldn't even
even
be eating at midnight because of how our digestion
yeah.
is. And that's why, like me, I suffer from like what I think they call it IBS,
Mm-hmm.
or, irritable bowel syndrome, or digestive systems where I've done damage to my esophagus
Mm-hmm.
simply because of eating late and doing things. So you got to look at your body's kind of like like your sink.
Yeah.
They build everything based upon the human anatomy. So, like
Mm-hmm.
your sink, you have your sink, you have your garbage disposal, and then when you flush things down there, like you notice you got to turn the water faucet on to flush that stuff down. Our bodies, that stuff was patterned after our bodies. When you
Mm-hmm.
eat, normally you feel thirsty, so either you're drinking, which incidentally you're not supposed to drink while you eat, but that's another story. But when you eat, you know afterwards you feel like drinking something in between. But what it is that when you're eating not water-based foods, when you're eating animal fat, when you're
Oh yeah.
eating bleached foods, that stuff really, you were not created and designed to eat that all that animal fat. Sometimes you could eat it, but not as much as we eat it, and that's because we're in an oppressive state.
Well, yeah, and and not just that. I know that y'all wasn't, but
Uh-huh.
we were poor,
Yeah.
and so, my mom knew how to make everything taste good,
Well,
except
remember, it was
for beans. But
yeah.
I love
Well,
those now.
yeah.
So,
Well, remember, I'm sorry. Remember, slaves had to eat a certain way based on
hmm
survival. Remember, they worked you from can't see morning to can't see night,
hmm
and you only had a little time to sleep and get rest. And trust me, that was hard to do because you had someone always on you
yeah.
about everything.
Well, and
So you have,
okay, so then let's fast forward to
yeah,
our grandfather, because I grew up
okay,
in that house with him a lot.
sure,
And grandpa was a farmer.
uh huh,
And grandpa had chickens, cows,
yeah,
and then he had a big garden.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I see side you can kind of say we was kind of raised by, colonists. But
yeah,
yeah. But and he said Mr. Small said it constipates the
yeah,
cells.
yes,
Yeah, it does. It does. Because I started eating. I'm probably by the end of the year I want to be at least 95% or 90% plant based. Right now I dabble between 75 and 85% plant based in my meals. And but Grandpa was a farmer, so we had chickens. So he
mm-hmm.
killed his own chickens sometimes. Because I
Yes,
can remember being a kid and him killing chickens, and Mom and Susie and Vanessa, they plucked them.
mm-hmm.
And Grandma, they poured hot water on them and plucked them. But I can remember that, and I can also remember that he had this huge garden,
Yeah,
and I always found myself in the garden eating raw tomatoes. That was
yeah,
my thing. But I think people don't understand is that when you change your mindset on how you eat and
mm-hmm.
what you eat and when you eat, it makes a big difference. And sometimes, like I said, when I was coming up, you
Mm-hmm.
had to eat what was put before you, period.
Yeah,
Or you didn't eat. That was Mom saying,
yeah,
she wasn't fixing 15 different things.
right,
But so there were times when people would bring over fish. And
mm-hmm.
when I say literally, she had friends that fished. Excuse me, my voice, y'all. She
Mm-hmm.
had friends that fished, and they would come over and bring her fish. If someone from the church had leftovers from a dinner, they would bring it
Mm-hmm.
to the house, and she would, we'd have that. But being poor, you had to eat. We ate different. Like
Yes,
we got great meals on the weekends,
mm-hmm.
and we may have had beans and cornbread on the weekdays. Eat
Mm-hmm.
15% for fun, 85 for
Well,
yeah.
let me interject here. And what you're saying, cuz, is right. We were poor, and
Well, we were poor.
we kind
Now
of,
y'all wasn't
yeah.
as poor as we were. So
Well, tish tash,
okay,
But I hear what you're
I'm just
saying.
saying.
But no, no, no. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. But you know what, Grandpa, our
Yes.
grandfather,
Yes.
he grew organic vegetables.
All the time.
And you, like you said, you love to eat those raw tomatoes, which actually you have to understand. There our tongue knows bitters and it knows sweet. Now, you have to have a balance of both. Like bitter vegetables or pungent vegetables, those cruciferous vegetables, and then you have to have sweet, like that tomato you would bite into.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both water based, but it's just that our body needs them to do different things. See, a lot of people didn't know, like horseradish root, if you've got like sinus issues, or if you've got,
They were
mucus and
very
all
good.
that stuff, you take a little bit of horseradish, just a little bit, and you notice all of a sudden your nose starts burning. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what it is it's trying to clear out all of that mucus, all that
Mm-hmm.
sinus, you know, mucus, which we get from eating all the animal fat. It's trying to clean it out of your body. Like you heard of Dr. Sebi, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, they brilliant man. But he's trying to tell us, how they play with hybrids, and they try to do all these things that create mucus in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, even sugar in its natural state from the sugar cane, would you be inclined to eat it if you looked at it and saw that sugar was maybe black or dark? No. You'd be like, ooh, that's ugly, because we've been trained to think that way.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is they refine it, they bleach it, and they make it look white, and so forth, or flour or baking powder. They bleach it, and they put all these chemicals in it to make it look more appealing. And then you put it in your cakes and your
Oh yeah,
pies
definitely.
and all those things, and it disguises it, make it look good. But when you eat it, it does damage to your body. And
Very
you be
much.
eating it, and it's tearing up your internal system, your organs, and all that. And that's why that pouch starts coming out, because it's like, man, you just don't know. You're hurting your heart. You're hurting your liver. You're hurting your kidneys. And then that's why a lot of people, especially when they get a certain age, like myself, you're peeing all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and you're wondering, why can I stop peeing? Or women, why can I stop peeing or trickling on myself? Well, it's because you've lost strength in your bladder because you've been eating a certain way most of your life. You didn't know, you were ignorant. You were made ignorant intentionally. You were engineered.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result of which, a lot of us are feeding that narrative. Go stick your finger, take those blood tests. Go get those patches and put on your arm, because you've got big pharma making tons of money off of us. Even the little kids these days, our little black children, are sitting up there turning up diabetic at 15? Because they're drinking all that soda and everything, and all those sugary drinks. That's why you see them at the corner store. You don't see no nutritious food up in the corner store.
I know. I didn't go to Casey's for nutritious food when I was a kid. I went for the slushes. I went for the slushes.
You get that bob. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You walk in the door. Hey, buddy. Can I tell a story real quick, and then I'll be done?
Okay, go ahead.
In the hood, which is what they call the neighborhood, and in New York they have bodegas, okay, and what have you, okay. Everybody knows, that corner store, and you go in there, you see nothing but little chips and snacks and soda, and where you brothers could get the liquor, the night train and the bag dog and the malt liquor. We all know. And then you got the guy behind the counter. Hey, buddy. And, hey, they don't even call you by your name. They see you all the time. They be like, hey, buddy. Long story short, fast forward, I saw a little brother coming from school, and he just wanted to get him a little snack after school. And the dude gave him, his money, paid for the snack. He had a nickel left to get and change.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude was like, well, you want to spend that nickel. Well, here's a piece of candy. Just give me that nickel. Like, and I was just like, I saw that little kid worked. You know what I'm saying? Manipulated out of his 5-cent change.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that happens to us as adults. They sit there and try to manipulate us slowly into that's why you see these commercials targeting us late at night.
Oh yeah.
Go get you some that bell.
Yeah.
Go run for the border. Whatever.
I can remember lots of times
the
when
big arches.
Yeah, like lots
lots
of times when wasn't even hungry and just not hungry, and all of a sudden a commercial comes on and you're hungry.
Right.
Or you want that cheeseburger. Yeah.
It's by design. It plays on your taste buds. And then, like, you you've heard, Hope, you heard of those Pavlovian
Mm-hmm.
dogs? You know, when you would ring the bell and their mouth would start drooling because they were taught, you know, to like want food when they heard the little bell. So, you know, when you see the commercial and you see them arches and you smell them fries or that fish sandwich or that Big Mac, your
Mm-hmm.
your mind starts thinking about, your psyche has been trained to think of that stuff, and then all of a sudden you find yourself, even if you aren't hungry, like
Yeah.
me or different ones, you know, oftentimes you're like, man, I gotta eat me a Big Mac, or I gotta go get me a triple at Wendy's, you know, or somewhere like that. I gotta go get that food because in my psyche, deep in my psyche, it's been
Well,
encoded
you
like so
know,
many other things.
um, Mr. Smalls made a good point twice. First thing he said was, he said the same thing with
Yeah.
water. You're talking about how they bleach out the
Yep.
food. They take things out of the water because for a long time I didn't know that water was supposed to have minerals in it.
Yeah.
And the best kind of water has certain things and it does certain
Spring
things. And
water's the best.
yeah, I didn't realize that, the minerals that it from the rocks that it,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be drinking that,
Well,
but they
because
purify the
you have
waters. And
minerals. Right.
I was always wanted to buy that purifying water. I still buy it sometimes, but I usually buy
Mm-hmm.
me about 8 bottles of mineral water or something too while I'm at
Yeah.
it. And then he also said that the food store logo colors and etc.
Uh-huh.
Everything that is probably not so good for you will
Yeah.
be very colorful in
Right.
aisles, except for we talk about fresh produce, fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Fresh vegetables are supposed to have color in them,
Yes.
and seeds,
Yes.
and fruit the same way. It's
Yes.
supposed to have color and seeds, y'all.
Amen.
If it don't have a seed, it's probably something's been altered in some
Right.
kind of way.
Right.
But
Genetically modified. Yeah.
but when you like go up front and you see the candies are all in bright colors to get the children's attention.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Manipulates them.
yeah, it gets their attention
And
because
if
the
you don't,
first.
if the kid don't get it, they're like, mommy, mommy, mommy.
Well, some people's
I want the
children were like that.
candy.
I'm gonna
Well,
say
it
this:
depends on where the
some people's
training comes
children
from.
were like that. Mine was not.
That's because you train them.
Yeah, I would
You
tell
know,
them
that's
when
where
we
it
went inside the
starts.
store. Hold
Yeah.
on to this card. Don't ask for nothing. You don't want nothing because you ain't getting nothing. So that was it.
Right.
But I mean, there were times that they did get stuff. And
Sure.
if you talk to, I have 2 sets of children. I have a set of
Yes.
children that the oldest is almost 40, and the youngest is almost 30. So
Uh-huh.
if you ask that set, they'll tell you I was the meanest thing that ever walked on 2 feet. However, if you ask this set, the oldest being 20 and the youngest being 16,
Yeah.
they get snacks all the time just to get them out
Yeah.
of my face. Just
Yeah.
okay, take $1, go. Take $5 and go. But yeah, and I'm always on these guys where the other kids, we didn't have pop all the time. And these guys, especially my son,
Yeah.
he thinks that he should just have pop every day,
Oh,
all the time.
oh my goodness.
And I'm like, you are just ruining your
Your
body.
kidneys, dude.
Yeah.
Your
I'm like,
liver.
I'm
They think
unfortunately,
because they're thin.
well,
They think
and
because
he's
they're thin they
young,
can do that. Yeah, he's
you know,
young,
he's
and his
very
body's
young.
still not. It's not fully polluted yet.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, you're going to mess your body up. I'm not going to get any
Yeah.
grandkids from you. So,
Oh.
but yeah, I mean, they, so, 2 different parenting styles.
Yeah.
But when it comes to food, now I will say this, that the
Uh-huh.
kids that live in my house today,
Yeah.
they will eat more vegetables than meat.
That's
In fact,
good.
they had nachos today,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, "Can we just make them with beans?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
hold on.
That is
I
good.
have another request. So hold on. We're gonna try this.
Sure. And while you're doing that, cuz,
Go ahead.
again, we're all ignorant, and you may not be able to just do it all at one time, because sometimes it's like a jolt, like anything else, to your system. So we're all learning,
Yeah.
and basically, you do what you can, and if you fail or if you fall down, just dust yourself up and try again
Well,
tomorrow.
unfortunately,
It's
look,
we're
unfortunately,
all
I don't get that.
learning.
unfortunately, after the 12th of February, I stopped getting that if you fall down. If I fall down, I'm going to get sick. So I have to eat so much and very good healthy foods. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I have no choice now. That my choices are all gone. Hi, how are you?
What's going on?
Hey, what's
Nothing.
up?
How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. It's like, listen, I see. I don't get a chance to like tap in. I see you go live every a lot. I don't get a chance to tap in a lot. And I noticed that last night, I was doing a couple of snippets about my new show featuring a lot of guys,
Hmm.
some white boy rappers, actually, to be honest with you. So, like, today, like, I saw you tap in. Oh, you're done with the tap in. I do have a comment for you guys, real quick. Technically, I'm still on the clock.
Okay.
I had to take my uniform, my shirt off, so that way I can't be seen on the
I
dock
hear
or
you.
whatever. But here's the thing. So I want to comment. The water situation is not the best things. Okay, so you made some comments. You have a 40-year-old and 30-year-old, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know where you guys are from. I'm from Texas. I live in Texas. I've always lived in Texas.
Hook,
Here,
hook 'em horns.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say it again.
That's
Um,
right. Hook 'em horns.
um, the best things were back in the day,
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
hands down. Okay, hands down. So here's the thing. So like water hoses. So I don't know how y'all did it, and I think you're from New York. Are you from New
Oh
York?
no,
Uh,
Are
me.
you from New York?
no,
No,
not
I
me.
am from Missouri.
Me
Okay,
too.
you're
So
from
we
the.
drunk out of water hoses.
Hey,
My
shit.
grandpa had a faucet in the
Yes,
backyard.
yes.
I
Listen, let
drunk
me
the
tell you
water
something.
there.
Let me tell you something. When I'm talking about when you go outside,
Yep.
that's the best thing to get that water hose and you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Listen, you go get your bicycle and you get that water hose, you drink your body with the bicycle, you just take off your neighborhood. That was you know what I'm saying, that's what so the foods, like a lot of places, I mean, cities are building. Dallas, I live in Dallas right now.
Okay.
I'm from Houston. Dallas is building and building and building and building and taking all of the farms and all the ranches away. And there are you can't find good vegetables anymore. So that right there alone is a problem because the processed food, the alterations, all society says, oh, well, don't eat these things because you're going to be allergic. Well,
Speaking,
hell,
speaking, speaking.
you ate those 30 years ago when you was a kid, so how come you ain't allergic?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We ate
saying?
everything.
Telling you.
Yeah,
Everything. I'm talking about from the rooter to the tutor to the pooter, we had all of it.
Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay.
My grandparents. Our grandparents had a farm, and I lived on that farm with them.
Yeah.
So
So
you
y'all gonna
ate
make me take my
everything.
shades off now.
Go on,
You know, so I mean, we can take it back to listen. It's simple as Saturday morning.
Hmm.
yes.
Okay, we're talking about childhood behavior.
Yep.
As simple as Saturday mornings. It used to be on a Saturday morning, your parents, or if you had a single parent, your mom would have cereal. Okay, you have cereal on the refrigerator and you had some milk. If you didn't have it like that, you might have some water. I ate plenty of mornings. I ate water in my cereal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I'm just keeping that
I
thousand with you,
know.
right? So,
Hey,
but
brother,
you,
I know what you're talking about. I had to put some water in my cornflakes
yes,
sometimes.
yes.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, I never
but
did that.
Oh, so you better
uh,
not
Auntie
waste
Gina,
that cereal.
did you eat cereal and put water in your cereal?
yeah. Listen, I made Kool-Aid with Jello. I made Kool-Aid with Jello packages,
Oh Lord. Oh
and
Lord. So you
it was
know what?
sometimes it was hard. It was hard. Okay, I mean, listen. So Saturday morning, you used to wake up 6 o'clock, and you had cartoons, good cartoons
Yep.
on from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock that kept your attention.
How old do
Okay,
Yep.
you, sir? How old do you, sir? About 50?
I'm 47.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
You got
47.
it on
I
the ground floor.
and at 12 o'clock, when the cartoon went off, you went outside and played.
Oh wow.
Now they don't even have good cartoons on TVs anymore. These
Yeah.
kids are subjected to watching. You listen. My youngest is 19.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have the smartest, dumbest kid on the whole earth. Okay, I love him with all my heart. I'm in love with all my children.
Mm-hmm.
But it burns me up when I go into his room. He has a brand new big screen TV. He's got the PlayStation. He got all that, right? He's in the dark looking at YouTube on his phone.
Mm, mm,
I mean,
mm.
that's what we are right now. Society
Yes.
said, hey, in order to be cool, in order for you to survive in this world, you got to do these dumbass things,
Right.
blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, that's my soapbox. Y'all, you know, I love what y'all doing. I send notifications out next time so that way I can get prepared and plan for this. Because like I said, I'm still at work and I'm about to go get out the clock in just a little bit. And then I got stuff I got to do. But I'm going to jump in with these conversations with you guys more often. Hey, young lady, how
Thank
you
you.
doing? Oh,
All right,
two
brother.
times for me.
Thank
Two
you.
times for me. Two times for
Oh,
me.
all right.
What two?
All
Which,
right.
is that a brown and mild or a black and mild? What is
Oh,
that?
oh.
This is weed and liquor.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's weed and liquor.
Listen, I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be. I'm saying brown and mild. She says weed
Yes.
boldly. Weed and liquor.
Yes.
Who are you? Who's this nigga? Who is he? Who are you?
For me,
Who
Mm-hmm.
are
my
you?
name is Trey. My name is Trey. I am the owner of Z Trey Promotions.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
single, sir?
Am I single?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
How long you been hooked up?
I have been cuffed for quite some time.
He
You
says
have,
I
you
quite
like
have
the way you
children?
put that.
How
sometimes. You
many children you
forgot
have?
how many years it's been?
Huh?
You
They want
forgot how many years it's
to know how
been?
many
No,
years.
no, 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 no. Listen, listen, purposely, because I have a couple of different Instagrams, and this is my public Instagram, so I never
Gotcha.
put my personal information
Gotcha.
on my public post. So I just generally say that I've been cuffed for quite some time. That keeps the negativity and the
Yes.
crazies away.
Yes.
Yes.
Got you.
Well, if you ever go live, you will never keep crazies or negativity away. The thing about going live is that you expose yourself. So I mean, you don't have to take who you are. That's all. That's all. I was just interested because you were driving and living and screaming on the goddamn phone. I said, who is this nigga screaming on the phone?
And then
Well,
because I'm passionate, I'm extra. I've never apologized for being extra. That's just how I. So if you ever go see my personal lives on my page, oh, it gets, I go all in.
hey,
She
brother.
saw me.
Yes, I
She saw
have.
me last
Yes, I
night.
have.
When
Yes,
you
I
say
have.
go
Quite a
all
few
Hey,
in,
times.
brother. You
what do you
mentioned the
mean?
business, right?
What's your?
Your own
Said
business.
I can't
I
hear
do.
you.
I own my own business. I am an artist promoter and also promote small business owners as well.
Could
So
you send my cousin a link of your business so that a lot of us can begin to patronize our own black business?
Don't mind at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Send
can I
send a
ask him
link
some questions?
to
Yes,
You
go
know
her,
ahead,
this because
and
he's.
Pastor Gina.
I
like
want
I
to know
said,
who this guy is because he's on his job, stealing time.
No, no,
So
no, 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 I'm not a thief. Hold on, hold on. Listen, I
she
don't.
was
Hold
you
on
want
for
to
a
steal
second.
time right
she
now?
with those spirits do to you?
Hold on. Listen. So right now, okay, I do a couple of different things. I own my own company. I work for a hospital. I'm a driver. I'm a medical courier.
Oh wow.
That's why I'm able. That's why I'm able to do this because I'm on the road driving from one hospital to another, and I had time on my hand while I was driving. Now I'm about to
Yep.
get off so I can deliver these specimens that I picked up to this other hospital. And I also do Uber. I do security. I do
There
a
you go,
lot.
brother.
What's your sign, sir?
No,
I
no,
am a
no.
tourist. I
Good
actually
to
said
know, brother.
I said
Yeah,
I'm 47. I turned 47 in a couple of weeks.
yeah. Don't
What
get
state are
into
you in?
that. Don't
I'm in
get into
Texas. I'm in
that.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. One of my comedian friends lives there. I'm supposed to be there soon. So
yeah.
do you sing? What do you do? You said you're entertaining. What do you do?
I still sing. I used to have my own R&B group when I first
You
started
sing
out
right
eons
now?
ago.
You sing right now?
Can I sing right now?
Do it.
Can you sing something right now?
Go ahead.
Brother,
Wow.
you
Okay,
don't
hold
know
It's
on.
this, brother.
okay because she did the
Brother,
same thing to
brother.
me
Hey,
when
brother,
when we
can
were
I
talking on
ask
the
you,
phone.
cuz?
So go ahead.
Brother, can I speak? Can I speak,
No,
cuz?
I want him to
Hold on.
sing,
Hold
Mr.
on.
Brother,
T.
no,
Hold on.
I
brother.
want him to
Now,
sing.
Nobody loves me.
all right. We don't want to get you in trouble, brother. But you know
Hold on.
what?
You want what you
Trouble
want?
with
You want
who? The
I
police?
know
you
The boys
you
you
club?
want some?
got gifts. I know you
Listen,
got
listen.
gifts,
Who
but we
is
know
this
you're trying
guy
to work
behind the
out there,
screen?
That's
Who's
brother.
my
this nigga
cousin.
behind his? His microphone is low or something because he sounds like his
My
mother.
understanding has more than grown. I've come to this conclusion over and over again. And that's all I'm gonna give you. I gotta go.
There you
I'll be
go.
back on just a little
All
bit.
right,
All
peace,
right.
bro. Peace,
Bye.
brother. Peace out,
Thanks for
man.
coming up.
Peace out. Yeah.
So we were
That's
talking
nice.
about
It's nice to hear to
when you
take the
left.
time out
Hey, can
to.
you? We can't hear you very well.
We
You
were
can hear
talking
me?
about your sleeve surgery and how your stomach hurts
Yeah,
a lot
we can't hear
now.
you very well,
Oh,
Reginald.
oh, I'm sorry. Can you
You
hear me
sound
now?
weird,
Yeah, turn it
Reginald.
up
You
a
sound like
little bit. I don't know
you're
what
in a
happened.
cave somewhere.
Yeah, it just started, so I don't know
Can
what's
you hear
going
me?
on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about
So
that.
we were talking about my sleeve when we stopped talking, and what was your question, Auntie Gina?
I was gonna ask you, after you lost the 200
Yes.
pounds, then you qualified for the surgery because you couldn't get the surgery beforehand, or
No, actually, so I lost the 200 pounds, and then we qualified for Medicaid. I qualified for Medicaid. As soon as I qualified for Medicaid, because I wasn't going to have it done. I said I will just finish this out on my own, lose another 100 and another 50, and then I'll be fine. But as soon as I qualified for Medicaid, I was like, okay, I'm having this done. But I've known several people to have it done, and it's been very successful. One person that had it done, when we were talking, he's a truck driver over the road, and he would like have gas all the time. So I knew what to expect because I saw what he was going through. So
wait, back up. He would have gas. He'd be farting all the time
he
in the
have
truck.
like when he eats, sometimes he get gas, and then there
Ooh.
are times when like you have to watch how much you eat, how fast you eat, or you'll get sick.
Okay, so what the sleeve does is make your stomach
Yes,
small, so
ma'am.
that
It's about this.
you won't get excess fat in your system,
Yeah. So
right?
you can't. You really just can't eat. So you just can't. Um,
So what can you eat at all that way you don't get sick right now?
I can eat anything I want to right now.
And how long ago was the surgery? A month?
It was February. Yeah, February 12th
Oh my
was
goodness.
my surgery.
So how long was the procedure?
It didn't take her but a few hours, and she was done. But however, um, after the surgery was over, they were giving me oxycodone. Is that what it's called?
Good
And
drug, yes.
I can't take stuff like that. I slept the first day. I couldn't wake up. The second day I fell. Then my blood started going crazy, and then so I ended up having to spend 3 weeks in a facility,
Oh
a
my
week in the
God.
hospital, and 2 weeks in a rehab
Oh
place
my
because because I actually I've always been big, and right before I got put in bed for 2 years, I would fall because I was so heavy. My
Wait,
body.
what do you mean you got put in bed for 2 years?
So for 2 years I was in bed because I was like
Why?
I couldn't. I was too heavy.
For
Yeah.
2 years you were in the bed? Are you on my 600-pound life? Are you on that show?
No, I was not. No, but I actually lived that show in my house for
Yo,
two
son,
years.
this is amazing. You were in the bed. So, so where's you defecate? In the bed? Or you just had a
I had a
diaper on?
bedpan and stuff. Yeah.
So,
Like in
so
the beginning, I would get up and then I just started falling for no reason. I would just stand up and fall.
oh,
And so then
there was definitely a reason now. There's too much weight.
my body was too heavy and it couldn't hold me up.
And you're 5'3"
5'3.5".
with 600 pounds.
It was a sight.
God,
I had
oh, God
pictures.
saved you. You could have had a heart attack. Oh,
Yeah.
baby, I'm so glad you're here. You're alive.
Yes.
Listen, you gotta
And
get. Oh, God, God, oh, God, please. That's
about
a lot.
from August of 2019 to January of 2020, it was in January my husband said I want divorced. So then from January of
Oh,
2020,
wait, hold up. Back, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You had some dick in the house all this time?
yeah,
How long were you together?
we were married for 27 years. After 25 years, he asked for a divorce. It was like shortly after our anniversary, he asked for a divorce. And then,
Well, was he, what were his reasons?
well, he didn't really tell me his reasoning. So in the beginning, I thought he cheated, but he didn't. He
Were you having
actually told
sex?
me when I was heavy.
You
Yeah,
couldn't have sex if you're in the bed for 2 years every
we
day.
had sex when we wanted to.
Where did he sleep? In the bed with you?
No, he slept on the sofa. But there was reasoning for that too, but it had nothing to do with me being heavy.
Yeah. Are you
But
serious? You don't think so?
no, I don't sleep like everybody else does. I don't sleep all the time. Yeah, I don't always sleep. Like tonight I'll go to bed like between 10 and 12, and then I'll wake up between 1 and 2 to go to the bathroom, or the dog will have to go to the bathroom, or I'll just wake up out of my sleep at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's pretty much why he did that. And that's was going on for a while. Yeah.
So
Before I
what?
got that out of the way.
So why do you think your marriage ended? What do you
Oh,
think
he
is the
told me.
culprit?
He said that he thought that he told me years, like maybe last year, he said, I thought you gave up on us. So I didn't know what to do. So he was done.
Well, you did give up.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
gave up on
If
it.
you stay in the bed for 2 years at 600 pounds, you said fuck it.
Yeah.
So
And well, and so then in 21, I think it was, or 22, maybe. It was 2022. My daughter-in-law, she came over 3 days a week and helped me out of bed and had me walking. I'd already lost the weight, but most of the weight, I lost over 100 pounds. So
girl,
walking was easier, but it was very, very strict, mindful what I put in my mouth. I had to be very, very mindful. Everything I ate had to be like, I've lost it. The first 100 pounds doing keto. The second 100 pounds, I think I just lost because I was moving. I mean, I'm up walking around, but I was still moving. I mean, I was slow
oh
moving,
my
but I was moving.
God, this is amazing. So
Yeah.
have you gained recently? Have you gained
um
recently?
Actually, no. So when I got Medicaid and I decided to have the surgery, excuse me, I went to the doctor and we started the process in 2022. I think we started in 2022. And so you gotta take 6 months worth of classes and keep losing weight.
Ooh,
Well,
girl.
I lost 200 and I was
Congratulations.
okay. Huh?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was okay with that. And then I did gain some back because I started smoking some herb and started
No,
snacking. But I gained
no,
back
no,
like
don't blame it on the weed. Don't blame. Listen, all marijuana does, it makes your taste buds sensitive, but that
oh,
don't mean you got to eat.
it does.
You can suck some celery.
Yes, I
You don't have
want
to eat cake and shit like that.
my
But
sister said eat fruit like I do. I said I'm not doing that. But
oh, that's dope. No, go
so I
ahead.
ended up gaining 31 pounds for over like from 2022 to probably in January, and then I lost it. I lost what I needed to get the surgery.
So your
I
weight
lost what I need.
now. Your weight. What's your
I
weight
don't.
now?
I
4.
won't know till the 10th, because every time they tried to weigh me when I was in the bed, the hospital bed was always, they didn't know what they was doing. And then they weighed me on the scale and they didn't know what they was doing. So when I left the hospital and left rehab, I don't know how much I weighed, but I will know on the 10th because I have to go to the doctor and get shots in my knees.
So have you had any replacements yet? Knees or hips?
I can't get anything. Well, actually, my hips are great. He said he was really surprised because my hips were fine, but I can't get anything done as far as replacement until I hit between 230 and 250.
Yeah, I have both my hips replaced. So what's up with sex? Are you able to have sex?
Yeah, I can have sex. I only weigh for a little under 400 pounds. I could have sex when I weighed 600 pounds. I
So
just
how
choose
was sex?
not to have sex right now because I feel like I need to be. I'm one of those people that until I'm at 100% of where I need to be, I'm just not going to do that till I get what I need to have done.
There are so many men that are attracted to beautiful,
Oh,
voluptuous, big women like you. I'm telling you.
yes, they are.
And to say that you choose to not indulge in the dick because of how you feel about the way you look, because that's what's
Well,
really
it's
going
not
on.
really about the way I
Come
look.
on,
I want to be
come
working.
on.
No, because trust me when I tell you, I did not know that I had it going on until I got divorced, or we separated. I didn't
But
know.
look at your lips, your perfect skin, your hair. You're sexy, you're sensuous.
I didn't
Come
know.
on, son. How could you not know that? All you can do is look in the mirror. Fuck how fat you are.
I
You got a
honestly,
pussy, and
I,
you're pretty, and you're
I didn't
smart.
know. I honestly didn't know. Reginald, am I lying? I didn't know. And
Just
then
look
She
in the
didn't know.
mirror. Just look in the mirror. That's all.
I
Just look in the
did.
mirror.
I looked in the mirror every day. I mean, okay. So as a kid and as a young person, being bigger than my other female cousins sometimes, I would always hear you. Oh, you're a pretty face. So I always put makeup on, which I'm surprised I'm on here right now showing my face
That's
with no
right,
makeup.
nigga. That's right, because I challenge your ass. That's right.
Well,
Yeah,
may,
you
Your
did. I
may
was
I
hands are
just like,
speak now,
pretty.
okay, wait.
cousin?
Your
Can
hands are beautiful. Look at
I
your
speak
hands.
real quick
Yeah, go
when you
ahead.
guys are ready?
Yes, yes, Mr. Ghost Whisperer. Yes.
Yes, you
Can
can.
you all hear me now clearly?
Hardly. It's hard. It's like you're in hell somewhere,
Yeah,
and
Can,
it's red
it
and
wasn't
shit.
like that before.
It's horrible.
okay, I don't know. Maybe somebody trying to tinker. I don't know. I'll try to. Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. I will say this much. I sit back and listen, and we all have our different perspectives, but I will speak to your spirit. Okay. You are beautiful, irregardless of what people think on the outside. You're twice as beautiful on the inside.
Oh,
And
thank you, my
the
cousin.
Yeah,
fact of
regardless,
the
it's not a
matter
word, sir.
is the more you recognize that you are a spirit being, just having a human experience, then you'll realize that no one can steal your power unless you let them.
Yeah. So it took quite a while for me.
Well, no one is saying that. I'm just saying that I know you're not comfortable with your body right now.
No. It took quite a while for me to. Well, I'm more comfortable than I was in the beginning,
Yes.
but yeah.
Yes.
It took quite a while for me to understand, though, too, is that because of the environment that I come from, nothing about what I look like ever said beauty in the environment I come from, which I'm 55, so you know how TV was in those days, and then where I come
Yeah.
from is a predominantly white
You know how
area.
old I am.
Yes, and I hope to have your energy.
Were you raised in the church?
Yes.
Oh, they fostered
Yeah.
bad eating habits. They enable bad eating habits. I'm
Yes.
telling you, fried chicken, white bread, candy yams, macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
That shit will have you going to hell with diabetes, insulin.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
In the name of Jesus too. But I don't want to talk about that because I go in.
But no, because
I go in on religion.
I know you know because I remember part of your story talked about some of your stuff, so I know you know.
My
It's
story is like your story. I use crack and you use food.
Yes.
It's the same substitution for filling the space. For 2 years, I used crack every day because I broke my heart. I hated myself. Yours was food. You know what I'm saying? You were locked in the bed for 2 years. I was in the streets walking, selling my pussy for 2 years. 31 years ago. 31 years ago. And I'll be 64 this year. Most of my friends that I got high with are dead. These niggas are dead.
Yeah, well, and when I first saw you, I started listening to you and watching your stuff, and I started hearing your story. I was like, oh, I gotta talk to her because, you have a very interesting life.
Yeah.
Everybody does though. It's just that some people say it publicly, some people write about it, some people tell one-on-one. My thing is global. My thing is that's my thing. I'm laced with that. I can't help it. That's what God wants me to do. So I just surrendered to it a few years ago that I'm supposed to do it. I was on a regular job, social worker, working in jails, working with all kind of motherfuckers. God said, bitch, I told you to sing when you was 18. But because God fucks with me so hard and God loves me so much, he said, all right, bitch, you get a pass. You're surrendering now. You're 60-something years fucking old. So now I got it. When I see people who have monumental stories such as yourself, because everybody has a story. Everybody. When I see a person who's public and says, listen, I was 600 fucking pounds. I was.
Yeah.
I was. And listen, in the black community, being fat and black is a whole stereotypical
thing.
Is.
Yes.
It is.
Fat, black. I mean, that's the whole thing. So to succumb to those thoughts in your head and not let it fuck you up. That's why I requested. I wanted people to get to know who you are. I mean, I could have waited till I get my live back, but I wanted people to know that you're a regular, extraordinary person.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. If I was with a man and he's 600 and we together, and after a while he just says, "Fucking, I'm staying in bed," I probably still suck his dick. I would. I'm
Oh
with.
Lord.
It's not that we didn't have sex because we did, but just not as
Oh,
often.
Okay,
And then
Buck Smalls. Now you must be a Hebrew Israelite or something. That the color. That's your opinion, but my opinion says what I say. So
right.
you're not black. You
She's
can't
speaking
say who I am.
her truth. She's
I
speaking her truth,
I
brother.
identify as a black motherfucker. No, I'm just. I don't. I don't fuck mothers. No, that's
but
gay.
no, it but no, when I was in bed, it was just, we would do what we did and then he would go back to his area. But actually when I started losing the more weight I started losing, he was like, well, we could get
Were
back
you on
together.
top? I had to ask you, but I got to ask you. Were you ever on top?
In the early part of our marriage,
No,
I was.
I mean when you were 600
Lord have
pounds.
mercy.
No,
TMI.
no. I stopped doing that way before I reached that weight. Way before.
Hey,
Why?
y'all
Cause
mind
I
if I
was that
jump
I
in
was too
real
big, and
quick?
I was like, and he's really small. He's a
He
he,
must have a big. He must have a big dick, though.
he's really small,
Well, maybe he got
and
a good spirit. Let me
No,
say something real quick, and I'll
he got a
explain
big
it.
dick. Are you kidding me?
Well, let me say something real quick.
I want
Incidentally, a
to
while
find out about
ago.
the dick size. Wait a
Well,
oh,
minute, so
hold
you can
on.
ask. Go
no.
ahead, cousin.
Let
Go
me make my
ahead,
point. Let me
cousin.
make
Go
my
ahead,
point.
cousin. Go ahead.
When
Go
you
ahead.
said the term motherfucker, I just for the people out there, FAA, whoever's listening, FCC, we're trying to teach here. Incidentally, that term came from when they used to use the bucks. They used to use the bucks to mate with their own mothers. Back in the day on the slave plantation, they used to use the bucks to mate with their mothers. Incidentally, that's where the term motherfucker originates.
Okay. Thank you for
Okay?
that history lesson, sir.
No problem.
Now back to your pussy. Back to your pussy.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you for that
Lord.
commercial break,
Okay,
sir. Uh,
so I
so
will
you
say that
didn't like to be on top, and let me tell you something I identify with. I didn't like to be on top, and I was a size 8 because I thought he wasn't attracted to my little titties. Really, because I
oh
wanted big. I wanted big titties like Pam Grier when I was
yeah, I
growing up.
had
That's my
Oh,
era.
she was
Coffee,
a
Sheba
simplet.
Baby. Yeah, or Lola Falana had little titties. Lola Falana. So I didn't like to be on top because I thought he would like be be be. I thought his dick would get limp if he saw it. It was crazy, and he actually liked my nipples because my nipples are beautiful. But he actually liked it, but I didn't like it, so I didn't like being on top.
he's skinny, and
He must have a
so even
big dick. He has a big dick though. But I gotta use the bathroom. Wait a minute.
no, I'm not
Oh,
saying all that. It's average size because my husband is
he's
white, so
more
it's average.
than just his penis.
But no,
No.
I didn't like to be on top because he's small and I'm big. I was
Okay.
big, and
Yeah.
I kept saying, man, I ain't trying to hurt you, so no. And so, I think after I hit probably 350, I stopped being on top,
Yeah.
and that's the truth, and that's
Yeah.
just for that reason
Well,
and that
I mean,
reason only.
in a marriage relationship, you all have to find out each other's comfort zones and, and adjust, or do what pleases the other. So sometimes he's pleasing you or sometimes you're pleasing him. And then you just
Yeah,
have to find a healthy compromise,
yeah.
I know we're being a little graphic here,
Oh,
and
it's
I hope
okay.
no little kids are
And
listening, but
no kid,
anyway,
I've told all my kids and their friends, do
uh-huh.
not come on my Instagram. And don't look at
Hey,
none of my
hey,
Instagram
hey, hey,
pictures.
hey. Let me ask you a question. Did
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hear you say when I went to the bathroom that your husband was what? What ethnicity?
He's white. He was white.
Oh, he don't have no big dick. No.
I'm just average, but I just didn't like being on top because he's really skinny, and I thought I was too heavy, even
Have
at
you
300 and something
had
pounds.
sex with a black man recently with a big dick?
Huh?
Have you had sex with a black man with a large member recently?
Not yet.
Baby, you mean in your life?
Not yet.
You have never had sex with a black man?
Not yet
Oh, you
in
gotta
my
be
life.
Chris. Oh, you gotta get some dick.
Oh,
You gotta get some black men.
I'm waiting on that.
Well, okay.
Like I said, I plan on it. I just need to get some things together
Oh,
first.
I can help. I can help you. What state are you in?
No, no, I don't need. Trust me, I
What
don't need any
Hey,
help.
just don't be
state? What state are you in?
Missouri.
don't be unevenly yoked yet, cuz make sure
Unevenly
there's
yoked.
a
Oh,
person
oh, oh
right with
God.
you.
Listen, sir. I listen.
No, no, no. Here's the thing.
He's
Here's
a
the
Christian.
thing.
He's a Christian guy. He's a Christian
Yeah.
deacon or something.
No, he's not. No, not
I'm
a
a
deacon.
Jesus guy.
He's just
If you have a
yeah.
problem with that,
So let me
I had
say
no problem
this.
with you, sir. No,
No,
I fuck with Jesus. Jesus was cool as fuck. Go ahead.
Let me say this. I plan on having sex in the future. I just feel like right now there's some things I need to get done. Like I need to make sure that I'm 100% physically and you know and health wise, and I also need to be working. You know, I'm not.
You have to get
was
a
not.
job to get some dick.
I think I
it's
do.
her
I
path.
Your self-esteem. Your self-esteem.
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
I have people
yeah.
lined up to give me dick all
No,
day.
no, you don't. You don't think you're ready. That's you don't think you're ready.
And I don't. I mean, you know, like I think that our breakup was very different for me. Like I didn't expect us to break up. Stop laughing, Icy. Ain't nothing funny.
How could you expect him to stay with you at 600 pounds when you gave up on yourself? You gave up. You stayed
I
in
really
bed for
didn't.
2 years.
Yeah, I
You
really
gave
didn't
up.
think about it like that,
But
though. Honestly, I did.
But you gave up.
Yes.
You gave up on you.
Yes.
Nobody who wants a better life will be like that.
No.
They wouldn't do that. He had to,
no, and he's very supportive. I mean, very supportive now on that level of, you know, he supports my decisions and what I'm doing. You know, he actually lives upstairs. He hasn't really moved out. He
he's
lives
a white
upstairs.
man. They roll much different. They roll
Yeah,
different.
they roll a little bit different. But
black dick will help you out. It'll help you. You could have lost some weight, get fucking a black dude.
I'm trying. I am so trying to keep.
I'm telling you, you fucking black dude, but you will lose weight. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. So I'm telling you. I'm your elder. I'm just giving you some wisdom. I'm your elder for real. I'm telling you.
I told you I love your energy.
Fuck will help your life.
I'm going to get some.
And there are some men, some brothers who like big women.
Oh yes, yes.
They're my fat women.
Yeah, they're lined up. It's odd.
You need to go on a date. That's what you need to do.
I promise you, just like I promised our other cousin, that I will go on a date before the summer is up.
Now, when's your birthday?
My birthday's in December. I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, weirdo. Sagittarius are weird. They're moody. They change their mind all the time. Woo! Sagittarius. Oh my God. Be careful, Sagittarius. Yeah. You have to make a
I can be very moody.
You have to make a Sagittarian say exactly what they mean.
Yes.
Or else they give you vague answers. They're all over the place. They give you cups with no handles. You got to pin a Sagittarius down.
This is kind of true. I'm not gonna lie. If I said it was not, it'd be a lie because my other cousin's always telling me.
I've never been to Missouri. Never been there.
It's nice here. It is.
Okay, now what state is next to you?
Iowa. What else is next to us, Reginald?
Indiana, Arkansas,
Indiana, Arkansas. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like we're in the middle. We're in the heart of the Midwest.
My mother's from Fort Wayne.
Oh, you in Clan country?
My mother's from Fort Wayne. I don't fuck with no K. How far is Fort Wayne from you?
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah, you close to Clan country.
How far is that from you?
Hope we're not that far. Because
Corey Holcomb is what? A comedian named Corey Holcomb is coming there. A comedian.
To Fort Wayne or from Missouri?
Fort Wayne, Indiana. He's coming to. Corey Holcomb is coming to Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, I know Corey. I know Corey Holcomb.
Do you go to comedy shows, Hope?
No, I have not been yet.
You have never been to a comedy show?
No. Okay, so let me tell you.
No, you have to buy. Just buy a ticket. Buy a ticket.
Improv, Kansas City.
Corey Holcomb, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Buy a ticket.
When is it?
It might be this weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, look it up.
Or next weekend. What's wrong? You can go. You got money to go.
Who got money?
You got money to go buy a ticket and go. You have a car?
Who got money?
Do you have a car? Do you drive?
Oh, I have a car. Yeah.
Do you drive?
Mm-hmm.
So the ticket might be like $25, $30. You can buy a ticket, right?
I can't just. I have a house full of people. I just can't take off.
Why not?
You should have saw me 3 weeks in the hospital. Thought they were gonna go nuts, but they didn't. Thank God.
How many kids are in the house?
4 kids. My ex.
How old are they?
19, 19, 20, and 16. You
Oh,
don't.
One.
they grown. You ain't got no
They
excuses. Come on,
will
stop.
have my house tore to pieces.
I gotta come meet you. I'm gonna come meet you when we gonna go to a show. I'm gonna
All
come
right.
meet you. I'm
Yeah,
going.
get her.
Anissa, let me know what's happening for me in July.
Okay.
Have
July's
you
a
ever
good
been to
month.
the Zona Rosa? There's Zona Rosa there, and it's in the basically in the upper
I
part of
gotta come
Kansas
see that.
City. You know, up there off of Berry Road. It's in the new, like the new plaza area, the Improv, and they host a lot of the top billing comedians there. So if Corey Holcomb's coming, he's probably gonna go, I would say, to the Improv. So
So
you
let
know,
me ask you a
check
question,
that.
sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem, sister.
Go ahead.
Is there a funny? I don't know. What's the club? But you can find it. Somebody already. I think Anissa. She has helps me. She assists me. She might know.
Mm-hmm.
But you have girlfriends, sister friends,
Mm-hmm.
and do they take you out?
Okay. So because of the way I used to live my life and with the kids and everything, I didn't really go out anywhere. So I've always been a church person, homebody, taking care of kids, taking care of foster kids,
Oh yeah,
Sunday school
yes. So you
teacher.
go to church?
Online I do now,
What
yeah.
denomination are you?
His church is non-denomination. The one I look at now online,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, because I was very deep in the Church of God in
I,
Christ.
well, our
Oh
aunt,
shit!
yeah, our aunt was
I
Church
went
of
to
God in Christ. So I grew up.
seminary. I was married to a bishop. I was a
Mm-hmm.
second lady. I mean, I was deep
Wow.
into that. I'm a licensed evangelist, but fuck that license. I was born an evangelist, but I don't believe in religion anymore. But let me say this, because religion led me to crack, but God brought me back.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the truth. But sister, I have to meet you. I want to meet you. Where's your mother? Is your mother alive?
No, she passed in 2016.
Were y'all close?
We lived together probably all but 4 years of my life, and that's saying a
That
lot, I would say.
wasn't that wasn't the question.
So
She
we
said,
were
"Were you
tight. Yeah,
close?"
we were close.
Yeah,
No, I
We lived in
said
the same.
were you all
they
there was
were
a
close.
relationship. I know you lived together,
Oh yeah,
but was because some mothers and daughters hate each other with venom.
we had people thought
Love,
we were
hate.
siblings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love, hate.
they were that they because we were always together. We always, when she would tell me when I was young, someday I'm gonna die and then you're gonna miss me, I would say, no, I'm not. Yes, I did a lot, and to this day, she was like my best friend, honestly.
Was she overweight also?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the best
So,
cook in the world. I
well,
used to tease her and say,
Oh
obviously
"You're
yeah,
not.
fat."
No, she wasn't the best cook. Don't say that. Don't say
Okay,
that.
let's say
Don't say that.
this: she cook
Say that.
anything,
she
but
did the
she
best she
used
could with what
healthy.
she had.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't
we
use
were taught
healthy.
we were taught to eat slave food, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
because if you were obese from a child, it
Yeah.
just transcended.
I
Oh
was.
Some
yeah,
parents thought that food was love, you know, and it was killing the child.
yeah. That
Killing the
was
child.
us. That was us.
Well,
I
I
understand.
cheated myself out of a professional baseball career because I was too heavy.
Are you fat too, sir?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
But
Well,
I'm
how
trying to
fat
unload.
are you?
Probably I was as high as maybe my mid sixes, but I'm probably
What?
down to, yeah. But I'm probably down to maybe just under 500 now.
How, how old
Like
are
I
you? How
said,
old are you, baby?
I'm a little older than Hope. I'm 57.
Yeah, we're on a team
57.
part.
Most black men with obesity and other stuff don't live past 60,
I almost
son.
died.
Mm-hmm.
I almost
No,
died.
you got to do this. Oh my God. God.
I had congestive heart failure, CHF, COPD, sleep apnea,
You have
high blood
diabetes? You have
pressure.
diabetes?
I type 2,
Do you have high
and
blood pressure?
uh, under control now, but yes.
You have high cholesterol?
Uh, no,
You have
surprisingly
gout?
not. I did, yes.
How many medications do you take every day? Come on, Holy
I
Ghost, take over.
take, let's see, clonidine,
Oh God,
carvedilol,
clonidine.
clonidine, excuse me, carvedilol. Let's
Metformin or insulin? You on
no,
insulin?
no,
Or
no, I'm not.
you on metformin?
Try to put me on a bad reactions to it. But so far, I may have to go on something for sugar.
Are,
Because it goes up and down. You know.
are you in pain management
Uh,
also?
Working on it. I know I have some inflammation in my kneecaps. Um, you know, I've lost some muscle mass because I'm pretty strong. You know,
Yeah.
but I've lost a lot of my muscle mass because of being in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you single? Are you
no, I'm
single?
married. This is my second marriage.
And
I
are you
lost
having
my first.
sex?
Not as frequently. No. It's been quite some time.
So let me ask you, how does it affect your libido and the swelling? How does it affect you?
It hasn't reflected my libido much, but I try not to masturbate because I feel convicted about that. You know,
Wait,
I feel
wait, can I ask you a question? Do you
yeah.
masturbate in front of your wife? Do y'all do it together? Mutual masturbation together?
I haven't.
That shit is fire, son.
I didn't want to say
Well,
it,
no,
but yeah.
my wife had asked me. I'm not trying to put her business out there
Yeah.
in ours, but I know that if I were to do it, I would do it with her now.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know,
Of
Yeah.
course.
but
Or by yourself.
before I was ashamed to do it because
I can see that.
there's so many times I wanted to touch her in certain ways but because of my health deteriorating, that it was hard for me to communicate with our bodies. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to show her affection, and in my spirit, I wanted to touch her beyond just communicating. I wanted to express myself and join with her. And it was hard for me because I was wrestling with so many health issues.
Well,
So therefore I didn't join with her as often. I mean, in the beginning of our relationship, yes, we were doing it quite frequently. But
you
it,
use the term doing it. But
well, no, I'm saying that in every conceivable way I was
well, let me say,
I'm pressuring my wife. Okay, I wasn't always that size in the beginning. I was big, but I was strong and powerful too, and massive.
okay,
You
so
know,
right now you're 500 pounds right now.
yeah, about 6'4".
640 pounds?
No, 6'4".
He's
You're
6 foot.
6'4" and 500 pounds. Okay.
Yeah,
So you do understand the dynamics of that.
yes, I do.
When I choose to smoke crack or overeat, I
Hmm.
just said fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
I just said fuck life.
Yeah,
That don't make no pussy wet. That don't make no dick
no,
hard. That turns a motherfucker off.
all
Because
right.
if you shut down on life, the person will say, well, damn, if they don't like themselves, then they really, really can't fuck with me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was ignorant too. Once I was in denial. I was in pain walking around. Like I said, I messed myself out of a baseball career growing up. I'm going to tell you something. When I was in the,
Why
you know,
can't I see your face, sir? I'm so
well,
watching that.
because I'm in the privacy of my room and I'm not dressed.
So
You
I
know,
just want
not
to
that
see
I
your
need to
face. I
put.
didn't got to see your dick. Just your face.
Well, I'm saying my hair, everything, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to put
He's not.
myself out there
Yeah.
like that.
Oh God, he's acting weird.
No,
Go ahead,
No,
weirdo.
no, 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 no,
he's
no,
just
no.
in bed.
I'm just being
I
discreet.
was the same way. Like,
I'm being
Oh,
discreet.
go
let me
ahead,
just
Okay.
weirdo.
let me
Go ahead,
say
finish talking.
this though. In his defense, I never show my face, and I haven't shown my face for quite a while doing a live. The only reason I have my face on here because you're on here, and I know that you won't
Yeah, I
talk
would have been
unless
if
I
I knew.
show my face.
Yeah, if I was going to
So,
show my
yeah,
face, I would have been. I would
yeah,
have had my hair cut. I'd have been well groomed. I would have put on the things I needed to put on, and then I have no problem showing my face.
yeah. I just didn't show
Trust
mine.
me, my cousin knows me.
Okay.
I had no problem showing anything.
Shy
I've always been
is anything that we're not.
But
We're
can
right.
can I say? Let me just make an observation right here.
Yeah.
The fact that you won't unless you look a certain way
Uh-huh.
feeds right into your need to treat yourself bad when it comes to overeating.
Well,
It
that's
feeds right into that.
like, yeah. Like I said, I'm in learning. I'm learning to unlearn a lot of bad habits that I had.
So Cam
I'm
up.
saying this
So
is
Cam
like a
up.
look.
Cam up. Cam up then.
No,
Cam up.
He won't.
I'm not going to show
He
the
won't.
world
Break that
my.
habit. Break that
No,
habit and
no,
say, this is
I'm
who
not.
I
He
No,
am.
won't.
Say, this is
He
who I
won't.
am.
no,
He
sister.
won't.
So with all due respect, and I
Yeah,
respect
no,
you.
for real. He
Okay,
won't.
but
And it's okay.
right now, I'm
You
not
don't
in
have to.
that position to do that yet.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
yeah. So like I said, I'm just sharing a lot of my information as it is. Not that the world needs to know all that. Okay,
No, but
I'm just letting
you know,
I'm not afraid to say anything. It's just that I'm being discreet. Okay, and I'm not going to put my business and my wife's business out.
and it's for you to be able to share what you're sharing is
Yeah,
enough to know who
It helps people. It
are.
helps people. It
Yeah, it
helps people.
does. And
It
yeah,
yeah,
helps people to say, listen, and to keep it a rack. I'm going to say it like to help people say, you know what? I'm not going to be like that. You can become a powerful example of when a person says, I don't want to be, or deter them. Or somebody says, you know what? I'm the same size and I wish I was able to talk about myself like that. Or I'm 100 pounds and I feel the same way they feel.
mm-hmm.
Because feelings is the issue, not really the
it was.
situation.
And
That's
with
true.
me eating, I was eating all my feelings
Yeah.
away. I can't admit
Yeah.
that. I was an emotional eater.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that now because if I do, I'll get sick. But
Me too.
yeah, if I even try, I can't. Like have a half a piece of chicken is pretty much what I can.
What does that term emotional eating? Wait, it's not fair of me to.
Emotional eater.
It's not fair
It's
of me
like
to say this. That I'm a retired social worker. This
yeah,
is my field for many years. So
yeah.
I'm not trying to set you up, but I hear people use that term a lot. Emotional eater.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say it hood way. It is an excuse to eat.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah.
It
Excuse to
was.
say fuck it, fuck
Yeah.
my body, and it's disrespectful to your body.
Yeah.
Well, I know that today. Now,
Yeah. We
let me
didn't
just
always
say this
know
though.
it. Yeah.
Let
Right,
me
me
just say
too.
this
I
though.
understand.
Let me say this though. Being an emotional eater, when I say that, like if I didn't want to face something, then I would just eat. If I didn't feel right, I would just eat. Even there were times when I would feel good. Celebrations were circled as we were kids growing up. Celebrations always were circled around food. There was
Yeah.
nothing that was ever, whether it would be a graduation, a birthday, plus you got, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, plus you have, depending on how big our family is very large. We have a big family. So
Yeah.
sometimes you might have 2 or 3 birthdays in 1 month. I can tell you honestly, I have an aunt, God rest her soul. When she was alive, everything she did, let's have a dinner. So and so's birthday, we have 2 birthdays in December, let's have a dinner. So food just kind of like was just there all the time, and eat and
The
don't face.
worst foods too.
Pardon me.
The worst foods ever.
Always.
Yeah.
And when I look back at it, I used to think the only vegetables we really had regularly was string beans, greens, and cabbage.
Yeah.
Broccoli was not a regular thing.
No.
Asparagus, a lot of stuff. Not even kale. No, we had collard greens or mustard greens. I couldn't stand mustard greens.
Right.
Collard greens, mustard greens, and what's another green they have? Collards, mustards, turnip.
Turnip
Oh,
green.
I couldn't stand them. They were so slimy. They feel like
Yeah, the
spinach.
bitters. They're bitters.
Oh, and spinach.
Mm-hmm.
And spinach. You had to have a whole lot of spinach to feed a family.
Mm-hmm.
We had the worst food. But we had to have that because Cracker said, listen, eat this, and gave us some chicken guts. I mean,
Yeah.
some guts from a pig.
Yeah.
And
Chitlins.
somebody black said, you know what?
Yeah, I don't hate them.
First of all, they had to taste it to see that, I got to
No,
clean
I
it
don't
first.
hate that, man.
They had to taste it. And then they said, let me clean these shits. And now chitlins are a fucking delicacy.
Yeah, I don't
I
eat that mess.
I don't eat them anymore. I haven't had
I
them in
didn't
about a year or
I've
2.
never
eat.
eaten them.
But I always liked them.
My
I've
mom.
I
never tasted them in
I
my
always
life.
liked them. Now I don't like if I clean when I got older and I would clean them myself. I had to clean them, put them in the freezer,
Ooh,
cook them,
ooh.
put them in the freezer.
Oh gosh.
About 2 weeks
I
later,
can't
I could eat
stand
them,
them.
but I couldn't.
Disgusting.
I don't
Disgusting.
see how my aunts and my mom, they
Ah,
would clean them, cook them, and then eat them.
the
I couldn't do it.
ears
It was,
too.
listen, the house was disgusting.
Funky.
The
Yeah.
house smelled like shit. I mean, it was horrible when
Yeah,
they would make chilies.
literally.
Yes.
It was
I don't know how.
horrible. It was horrible.
Uh,
Horrible. But that's one thing I'm glad we've adopted is awareness of eating and reading labels. That is so important as people of color.
yes.
Reading labels was something I didn't do growing up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Reading labels is serious.
I never read labels.
What,
I
baby?
never read labels. I do now, but I never read them
You do?
before.
Oh yeah,
Never.
yeah. I've been reading labels for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading labels is important.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Are you what'd you have like for breakfast this morning?
Who? Me or him?
You.
Nothing.
Hope.
I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I ate lunch.
And what'd you have for
Can't
lunch?
A salad. Yeah, because I had bought a chicken salad the other day and I forgot that was in there, so I just had that.
And then what else have you eaten?
For supper, I had some plant-based meat and some beans and some salsa. That was good.
How was your stomach?
Well, I was telling him because it's gone down now. That's why I'm drinking water. I can't eat and drink at the same time because it won't let me.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can't. I can't eat and drink. Not yet, anyway. It was hurting a little bit, and so yeah, it's gone down now.
Did you get nauseous?
All the time. And the only time I don't get nauseous if I take the nausea pills or if I smoke.
Do you throw up?
I have several times.
How often? How many times a day?
No, not how many times a day. I'd say how many times a week.
Yeah.
And I'll probably say a couple of days a week. It depends. So one time I had a half a chicken thigh, and then I tried to eat some sides next to it, and it was probably a teaspoon of each. That was too much at that time.
A teaspoon?
A teaspoon of sides. I had two sides.
You ate a whole chicken.
No. I had half a chicken thigh.
You ate a half a chicken. You ate a half a chicken.
Half a chicken thigh.
Are you supposed to eat that much?
No, a half of a chicken thigh, just the thigh.
Are you supposed to eat that much chicken thigh?
Yeah, half. I can't eat more than half.
Okay.
I can't.
And you got sick.
Yeah. Yes.
So the sleeve will not allow you to eat beyond a certain point, you're saying?
Not unless you want to just get sick. And you'll know when it's time to stop because your body will tell you.
Oh my God.
What I usually do is I have I found in my kitchen, we found a little 1 cup glass bowl, and I usually put my food in there usually. And that's what I eat out of. And sometimes I can go get the whole 1 cup. Sometimes I'm going to do half. Sometimes I only do 4. It depends on what it is. Like if it's soup, it's different.
Are you weighing your food?
Oh, I have a cup. Yeah, I have you can't. There's no point in weighing. You're not gonna be able to eat it. You're not. It's not gonna happen unless you want to just get sick or bust out your stitches that are still trying to heal.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, you know what? The thing that is that even though I'm heavy and she's heavy, we're all in different places. Like me.
Oh,
have
yeah.
you had the surgery, sir?
Well, no. I mean, I just did. But
are you going to?
Well, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But let me explain. Like when I was like in my mid 3s, I could do 50, sometimes 80 push-ups. You know, I could do that. You know, and then I could almost dump a basketball at one time at 320. What I'm saying is that we're in different places physically. You know, I could bench press in the 4s. You know, I'm just saying that men and women are constructed differently. I'm not saying I should carry that much weight, but what I'm saying is that once I start learning to eat the right way, then become more active, then my weight will fall off quicker than hers because men are built differently. You know, women carry.
Well, let me ask you, sir. Let me ask you a question. Why are you treating yourself like this?
Why am I treating myself like this? Well, like I told you before in the conversation, that I was ignorant. I didn't know. I'm having to unlearn a lot of things that I learned. And I didn't
That
know
is
how to eat
hard.
because we grew up eating a certain way, as Hope
Okay.
indicated. And now I'm learning to eat better, and I'm learning to figure out, okay, what proteins are good proteins, what proteins aren't, what I should be eating that should be water based, because our bodies are made up of mostly water. I didn't always know that. I wasn't taught that. So, when you're not taught that and you're inundated and indoctrinated with certain things, who as a kid's going to question that? Because
You know,
you're depending on somebody to tell you the truth. You know,
my
I
great
didn't know
grandmother
that.
has this.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
she has a sermon that I've adapted. I'm going to preach it one day. It
Okay.
says, "Put a knife to your throat." Telling myself no. That's the hardest person I can say no to is me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Telling myself no is hard. To things I think make me feel good. It was like that with men. I knew certain niggas wasn't shit, but I had to have them because I could make them a better person for the world.
I see.
I,
Cause yeah,
I had to make them they were my project. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I do get it because I have kids and I have nine. I have what did I say? 9 kids. 9 kids.
What?
Sorry, guys.
You
I
have
have nine.
what?
I have
You have
nine
nine
children. And
children? You
yeah,
born 9 children?
no, I didn't do all that.
How
No,
many did you bear?
none.
Okay.
I adopted 5, and the
That's
guardian
beautiful.
of the last. I
That's
was
you're
the
a nice
guardian of the
person.
last 4. Their mom would not let me adopt them. So, you know, but they've all said that they're gonna change their name. The girls want to do it now. Before they move out, they want to change their last name to Solberg. Um, they said that,
Are you a
and
nice person?
no,
You're a nice human being.
not all
You
that. Trust me.
really are. You're a nice human
But
being.
yeah, so he wants to change his name when he turns 18. And I told him, hey, do what you want to do. I'll pay for it. So I'm paying for all of them to get their names changed. So yeah, they want their last name to be Solberg like ours. And they consider my ex, that's their dad. And it's on that they've known.
You
They'll
gotta
tell you that.
you gotta be a black dick. You gotta be some black dick.
I plan on that. That's
I'm coming to meet you. I'm
Lord,
coming to meet you
that's on
before
the
maybe
agenda.
that's my
I'm
cue,
coming
man.
I'm
My
just
to
being
meet you in
honest.
July.
It's on my agenda.
Let's get
Trust me when
back
I
to the
tell you.
business at hand. Dick. Let's get back to
I'm
that.
out.
Some black
I'm out.
dick. Let's get back
Okay,
to
I'm out.
that. So I'm planning on July coming to the 14th to the 16th. I'll be in Atlanta. I'm going to a blurred, a black nerd comedy thing with my
Oh, cool.
niece. But then I want to come to either that second week or wait, maybe that third weekend in July, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, I've never been there. And the name and the airport near you is what?
Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City,
Hmm.
Missouri. I've never been there. Never been there
Yeah.
before in my life. I have to come.
We'll hang out in the city a little bit, and then I'll show you where I live.
Then you smoke weed?
Sometimes.
You have to go to the
Yes.
pool with me. We got to go to an LA Fitness. You got to go to the water with me.
Okay.
Okay? You got to go to. I have to meet you.
Okay.
But I want to get something to eat. Speaking of food, next time I got to talk to you. I love you. I got to go. Okay?
All right. Bye.
I'm hungry.
I don't. I can see. I don't blame you. Go ahead. Hey guys, this is T with Teedy, and I'm going to wrap this up. You are listening to me on Slide Radio Uncut. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I want to thank my cousin Reginald. I think it was Z3Z Productions. Sorry, I got it wrong. And I want to thank Auntie Gina for joining us. It's been a great night. Thank you guys, and you guys all have a beautiful weekend because I plan on hitting some sun. Bye-bye.